Hey folks, welcome, and today I'm going to be showing you the best, most efficient source of Hardstone and Sharpstone in the early game of Demon's Souls Remake. What you're going to want to do, starting in the Nexus here, come over to this first Arcstone. You're going to have unlocked the Lord's Path Arcstone to do this, which, to be honest, if you're at this stage of wanting to farm for upgrade materials, I'm going to assume you've done. So what we can do is transport to the Lord's Path. Now the enemies that we're going to fight here for this farm, they are weak to fire, so if you have fire spells, use them. If you are a melee dude like me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly what I do in the best order to tackle these enemies. So we're going to spawn in at the Arcstone here, facing this tunnel. We're just going to go straight towards it, and there's going to be a bunch of blobby, shieldy type dudes that we're going to fight. And this specific order that you're about to see is the order I recommend tackling them in, because it most efficiently lets you roll their shields. So we're going to go over to this dude on the right here, backstab him. One over in this corner, roll around him, backstab him. We're going to go between these two pillars. We're going to roll around this guy. And then we're going to... Oops, I made a bit of a cunt of that. We could have backstabbed that guy before he turned round, and there's two more in this room. There's 6 in total, so that's 4 we've got. What we're going to do now is come round this cart. This is a bit of a long way, but I'm trying to avoid one of them turning round and getting his shield facing me. I'm going to roll around behind this guy. We're not going to punch him, we're going to actually backstab him. And then I sprint to this guy before he gets his shield round. I'm not magic there. Sometimes you can get lucky and you'll get to him before he turns round. Sometimes you won't. There's one Hardstone from him. And there was another little drop back at the start that we're going to go back and collect. Generally, I found that I was getting a couple of Hardstone and or Sharpstone every run. You maybe get 2 or 3 of one or the other per run if you're lucky. And they've also got a small chance, as you can see there, of dropping large Hardstone and large Sharpstone. And that is literally it. Run back to the bonfire, rinse and repeat. Run back to the Arcstone, rinse and repeat. So the guys are weak to fire, so if you've got the ability to use fire, use fire. If not, that's the best order to tackle them in. I'll do it once more, just to illustrate it again, in case you missed it the first time. And as I say, this is going to be your most efficient source of these materials in the early game. The only thing it doesn't give you a lot of is souls, so here's the order. We go over to this guy over here, block his attack, roll around him, run over to this guy here, block his attack, roll around him. It's important that you roll around the shield, because if you don't, you'll do basically no physical damage. I've got quite a high damage weapon on right now, so I'm doing decent damage to them even from the front, but if you are less powerful than me, you're going to have a bad time if you face these guys head on. We run around there to try and stop the last guy aggroing to us, go around this guy, and then sprint here to try and get to this dude before he turns around. See, that time we managed it. We managed to get him in the back before he turns around. Did we actually get any drops there? I don't know if we actually got any drops there, so that's maybe quite a stingy run. I sat and did this for literally about 2 hours last night, and maybe got 2 or 3 runs where nothing dropped, but as I say, generally you get a couple of Sharpstone, a couple of Hardstone per run. You've also got a slightly reduced chance of getting large Sharpstone and large Hardstone, so it's also good for that as well, early game, if you need a couple of those larger stones to get you through the early upgrades levels of a weapon. So that's it. Thank you guys.